What is up everyone, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and these are the kind of games that I want to be talking about more and more from now on. Arsenal 5, Aston Villa 0, quality performance, and our vain run of form continues. I don't honestly know where to start with this game because Aston Villa, although I want to give you sympathy, you were awful and we just took advantage of that. It was an absolute demolition job and we put in such a good performance all round. We looked the better team, and if Villa don't sort of act out with performances like that, with a manager that says they were at our level for 65 minutes in this game, they are relegation bound. Paul Lambert having the cheek to say that they were at our level for 65 minutes. They didn't create absolutely anything, and we absolutely dictated this game in every way, shape or form, and we won it comprehensively, exactly like we should have done, like I said we should have done in the preview. And going into that game against Spurs next week, this is the exact kind of result that we needed. It's going to fill us with confidence. So many positives that I can take out today. First of all, take a look at the lineup that Wenger selected. We saw Aaron Ramsey get the nod ahead of Thomas Rosicky for this game, and pinpointed Ramsey for 1 second. I think all round the team performance today was absolutely phenomenal, but he was I don't want to say the poorest player, but he was one of the poorer players on the pitch. He kept giving the ball away quite a lot. He made a couple of poor runs. I don't think he was certainly the player that caught my eye. Mesut Ozil, Santi Cazorla, Hector Bellerin, Francis Coquelin, yet again, quality performances from those players. But personally, maybe going into that game against Spurs, I would drop Ramsey, play Thomas Rosicky, because I think at times he can offer more to the team. But I don't want to look at negatives in this game. Ramsey had a decent game, but I'm just saying that he was probably the poorest player out of a lot of exceptional players today. As well as that, we did see, you know, it was hard to really tell if it was Santi Cazorla or Mesut Ozil lining up on the wing. It was pretty hard to see because Walcott, Ozil and Cazorla, this is what I loved about the game today, absolutely loved. Playing behind Olivier Giroud, you had those three players, and it wasn't really like they were all cemented in positions on the pitch, because throughout the game, you'd have Cazorla on the left, you'd have Walcott on the left, you'd have Ozil on the left, you'd have Cazorla in the middle, Ozil on the right, and they kept interchanging throughout the game, and I think that worked so well to our advantage today. Villa couldn't cope with it, and it was even more hectic for them when Thomas Rosicky came onto the pitch and we were ending the game with 3 number 10s playing in behind Chuba Akpom. It was great to see that today. And Ozil, even if he was meant to be starting this game on the left, if he was meant to be solidified in that position, he was so effective today. Arguably could have been man of the match, but there's a lot of contenders for that today. I don't want to pinpoint players for that just yet, because all round, again, exceptional team performance. And to any opposition fan that says we are a one-man team and that we can't cope with Alexis Sanchez, 5 different goal scorers today, I don't know what else is going to prove that to you. But starting this game off, I think we started it a bit not haphazardly. We certainly controlled it, but we were a bit cocky, certainly. Maybe we were acting a bit too big for our boots. We didn't take chances when they came to us, but we were the ones in control of the game. I think we had to be a bit more clinical, maybe start the game a bit quicker. I think that could cost us potentially in the future, but I don't really want to highlight that too much because Villa offered very little and they did allow us to play in that kind of style. We got the first goal I think it was about 25-30 minutes in, through Olivier Giroud. The flick from Ozil was absolute world class from him. Wouldn't have wanted anyone else to get the assist. He's really going to need that for his confidence. He's got, what, a goal, 2 goals and an assist now since coming back into the team, which is absolutely great to see. Flick onto Olivier Giroud, great little dink over the keeper. 1-0, and it stayed like that until half-time. We had a lot more opportunities that we should have taken in that first half, and going in at 1-0, I felt it was a bit hard on us really, because I say hard on us, but we should have been a bit more. We should have had a couple more goals to our name. So it was a little bit frustrating. We should have taken chances when they come to us. But in the second half, absolutely ran riot. We were quality. It took us about 15-20 minutes to get into our stride. For, I'd say, the start of the second half, Villa didn't really dominate the game, but they had better chances than they had done in the first half, and they were looking a bit more comfortable and settled, and they settled a little bit more into the game. But all of that changed. Their game plan for the second half completely went out the window when Mesut Ozil scored an absolute cracker of a goal. I can't quite remember who set him up, but the position that he scored from, the angle he got it into, quality goal from him, a world-class goal in fact, and there was no power behind it whatsoever. It's just the placement of it to get it into that bottom right-hand corner. Quality goal by him. He's going to need that for his confidence, especially going into the game against Tottenham Hotspur next weekend. 2-0 up, and it was looking more and more comfortable from there on in, and we go 3-0 up through another player, Theo Walcott. You know, we're living in dreamland at the moment. Theo Walcott and Mesut Ozil coming back into the squad straight away from injury, and they are playing at the highest level, scoring goals, getting assists. Walcott, another player that I thought was quality today, getting that goal. It's just, you know, this goal he pretty much made for himself, getting past the defender and then putting it past Brad Guzan with a tidy finish. Finishing has been something that he's been speculated on in the past couple of weeks and months. But it was a class goal from him. Couldn't have been happier for him. 3-0, and then to add insult to injury, 4-0 through Santi Cazorla after the introduction of Chuba Akpom. Akpom, we have to get the guy signed up. It is plain and simple, black and white. We have to get his pen on his pen to paper. Quality play by him for the time he was on the pitch. He makes loads of bursts going forward. For a young guy, he is full of confidence, and he needs to be playing a little bit more for us. I'd like to see a little bit more of him. Certainly did very well to win the penalty. To be honest, I can't really judge whether it was a penalty or not, but it certainly looked like a penalty. From where I was sitting in the clock end, Chuba Akpom goes tumbling over Brad Guzan, and the penalty taker, Santi Cazorla, very, very lucky to get away with it. Brad Guzan should have saved it. It shouldn't have been a goal, but Santi Cazorla, very fortunate there. Another quality game by Santi Cazorla. I think he's got, what, he got 2 assists and a goal in this game. He's on fire at the moment, and it just kind of proves that Özil and Cazorla can play together if we play in that kind of situation where the players interchange behind the striker. I think it worked very well for us today, and that's something we should use when trying to adopt these players in the same starting 11. So 4-0, you'd think that'd be pretty much it from there on in. And with 15 minutes to go, the game kind of petered out a bit. Neither team really having chances. We looked very comfortable on the ball, and just to really put the nail in the coffin, Hector Bellerin with a class goal set up again by Santi Cazorla. Tidy finish. I mean, for a right back, it just shows his confidence. And, you know, it's just, we're living in dreamland at the moment with these kind of performances, with these kind of players getting on the score sheet. Absolute quality stuff. I mean, there is still a lot of the season to go yet, but whilst we're playing this kind of football, whilst the depth we've got, if you look at the players that didn't even feature today, Szczesny, Gibbs, Debuchy, Chambers, Gabriel, you know, Danny Welbeck, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Wilshere, Arteta, Flamini, they didn't come on until the late stage of the game. We've got a team full of talent, and we're looking like we're incredibly full of depth, and everyone's coming together. Coquelin is playing some of the best football of his career. He's solidifying a place in the team. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he performs against Spurs next week. And we're just in a very good position at the moment. I mean, the league, I don't you know, I don't want to say it's gone, but I am going to say it's gone. I think that's way beyond our reach at the moment. We're, what, 11 points behind Chelsea now? I don't think we should focus on that. The priority for us has to be getting in the top 4 this season. United are still getting wins. Liverpool are going to continue to get wins. Chelsea, City, etc. will continue to win games, and we've just got to carry on beating what's being put in front of us. After the Spurs game, we've actually got quite a nice run of fixtures. Got to be picking up maximum points, doing as well as we can in the Champions League, hopefully retaining our FA Cup. And this can be, although it started off poorly, this can be a good season for us. A lot of positives to take out of this game. This is the kind of performance that Arsenal fans have been craving for so long now, so long this season anyway, and I couldn't be happier, honestly, couldn't be happier coming out today. There's a long way to go, but if we continue to play like this, then who knows what could come our way at the end of the season. Anyway, guys, those have been my thoughts on Arsenal's 5-0 victory over Aston Villa this afternoon. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give it a like, rate, and subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, and do check out my own channel, AFC Game by Game, and I will speak to you soon, guys.